When we finally get to Denmark, what do we do to settle in? This is a very intelligent question that one of my followers asked me yesterday during my live session. Please listen quickly. Now, when you come to Denmark, the first thing you need to do is to register yourself into the system. You need to alert the Danish government you're finally in the country. And so what do you do so that you can get registered and settled in? So I am assuming that right now you're already looking for an accommodation, because in order for you to fully settle in well in Denmark, you will need to have a valid address and accommodation. This is because immediately you come in, you will need to go to the international house of the website of the international house. This is for people in Copenhagen. Now, for people in other cities like maybe Aalborg, Aarhus, you need to go to the commune. The commune is like a local council. Like you have Boya Council, maybe Boyoka Council. So for your own cities, you need to go to the commune and register yourself in. But before you go to these places, to the commune, you obviously need to book an appointment, because here in Denmark you don't go to an office without booking an appointment. So how do you do it? For those who will be in Copenhagen, you need to go to the website of the international house and book for an appointment, so that you will go on a later date that maybe they have given you an appointment to go and submit valid documents for you to be given a CPR number. Now, at times, your landlord could help you book an appointment, or you can call the commune on your own, because they always have their numbers on the website and the numbers are always going through. Or you could call them and book an appointment. Now, what are the documents you need in order for you to get your CPR number? The first one, like I said, is a valid address, like a physical address where you're living. And mind you, in Denmark, there's always a limit to how many people are supposed to live in a room or an apartment. So I'm sure that whoever you're renting from is going to give you all of this information. So you will need a valid address. I am sure you're supposed to upload documentation to show where you're living when you're booking this appointment. Of course, you will need your identification, your passport, and every other thing. If you're married, you need your marriage certificate. You also upload this. And when you're going on that day, I'm sure you also need to hold hard copies of these documents. Now, this is very important, because in Denmark, without your CPR number, you can't enjoy the benefits, and there are certain things you can't do. There's a limit to what you can do in Denmark if you don't have a CPR number. In Denmark, you can't skip step 1 and go to step 5. The first thing is for you to get a valid address and then apply for your CPR number. This used to take like 1 week, 2 weeks, and you have them. But with the people who recently came to Denmark, I had somebody, it took like 3 months to 2 months for the person to get their CPR number. So this is a clarion call for everyone who has had a visa to come to Denmark. If you're supposed to start schooling in September, now is the time for you to come to Denmark. As August opens, make sure you come to Denmark so that you can start this process, because it will be difficult for you to, sink in Denmark if you don't have your CPR number. And so before school starts, come in now, follow the process already, and have your CPR number. Without your CPR number, you can't have a bank account. Without your CPR number, there are other benefits you can't even enjoy. Yeah, so it's very important. Your CPR is like your main identification in Denmark. You have an accident, immediately the police meet you or whoever, the first question they'll ask you, what is your CPR number? You're applying for a job, they will ask you, what is your CPR number? You go anywhere in Denmark, even to the hospital, because you'll be assigned a doctor. You go to the hospital, they will ask your CPR number. So it's very important that you come early now, and then you do all of that. Now, when you've had your CPR number, other things can follow, and all of that. So come first, but settling in and getting yourself registered into Denmark is the first step for you, to integrate. I'm always here for your questions. Ciao, ciao.